The number one rule when hunting is never climb with a loaded gun. You slip, discharge the gun, boom, you're in real trouble. Always place the gun safely. Then if you do happen to slip, you're safe and sound. Oh.
Waterholes and billabongs such as this one are a natural source of bush tucker. Eels, yabbies and native fish like barramundi all call these sort of places home. And with a keen eye along with sharp reflexes, you'll find that food is not hard to find.
Say hello to lunch, to platypus.
With dinner taken care of, it was time to head back to camp.
Come away. Shit. The third one this week.
Survival out here depends on keeping your wits about you.
It's a wild pig, wild pig. Whoa! Whoa!
And always being ready for action. Okay, now there he is there, small feral pig. He's just gone into the short grass there, you can't quite see him. Now we could shoot him or we could use this, an Aboriginal hunting boomerang. It's straighter and a lot heavier, designed to kill and not to come back. Oh, missed him by that. Oh. Just because you don't have a spear or a fishing rod doesn't mean you can't bag yourself a fish. In a survival situation, you may need to improvise. That's why I've got this club made from a tree branch. I've just spotted a fish over there. Could be a cod, could be a yellow belly. Let's see if we can't get ourselves some lunch. You guys, stay here. I'll use yours.
When stalking a fish in the shallows, the key is to stay low and quiet. No sudden movements. You don't want to be seen. Low and slow. That's my motto.
At first light, countless birds, too countless to count, take to the sky. Like the majestic wedge-tailed eagle, so named because of its wedge tail and the fact that it's an eagle. Meanwhile, down on the ground, a mob of emus can be seen grazing. Emus tend to travel in pairs or sometimes alone or in groups, and feed mainly at night or during the day. But I was after a different specimen, a bird actually mentioned by Montgomery in his journal. And it wasn't long before one came into view.
Just spotted a very rare bird indeed. It's a rufous groundbird, one of the rarest species in all of Australia. I think it's a female, which probably means the nest is around here somewhere. We'll see if we can't find it.
Even in 1865, these birds were pretty scarce. Nowadays, they're almost extinct, so I was keen to take a closer look.
Okay, here's the nest here. I want to do this as quickly as possible because I don't want to scare the mother away. I'm looking for some eggs. Ah, there's some there, which is very good news because this species is actually under threat from foxes and feral cats. They're beautiful, aren't they? And what I'm quite excited about is, can you get a close-up of this? Those little speckled marks there, they tell me these are about to hatch, which is...
But enough bird watching. If I was ever to locate the last resting place of Oscar Forbes, it was time to hit the road.
Listen up, everybody. What we've got here is a 12-gauge shotgun, or shotty, as I like to call them. I never go into the outback without one of these, because you never know when you're going to have to put down a sick animal or deal with a deadly snake.
Aren't snakes a protected species in this country?
They are, yes, but you know, if they're coming at you, it's self-defence. I mean, if you're in the middle of nowhere and a snake comes at you, what are you going to do?
Walk away and leave it in peace.
Well, you could do that, yes.
Beautiful animal.
I know they're beautiful. I'm not saying... Hey, just hang on. Don't go translating. It's okay. Can we just... Let's go back to some gun safety. In Australia, we've got some of the strictest gun laws in all of the world. Tom, would you like to hold this? Well, you can't, because you're not licensed like I am. Rule number 1, never aim a gun at anyone. You get idiots doing this sort of thing, aiming it at people and that sort of thing. Never aim a loaded gun or unloaded at anyone. Always aim it at the ground like that. That way, no one gets hurt.
Oh, my leg got.
Of course, not all animals in the Aussie bush are dangerous. And in a survival situation, many of them could save your life. Luckily for me, the introduction of rabbits into this country means that catching yourself a feed in the outback is no longer all that difficult. They may be a pest to farmers and a nightmare for the environment, but the humble bunny makes the perfect bush tucker. It's just a question of poking around till you find a well-used burrow, like this one. Fresh droppings are usually a giveaway. Then all you've got to do is set your trap and bury it at the entrance to the hole.
That is in position. So if the rabbit comes in or out of this hole, we've got him. But as you know, rabbits have a number of entrances and exits to their burrow. So if you want some tucker, the best idea is to block them up. I'll just go do that now.
All Aussie adventures, time to hit the road. Up here, the rainforest comes right down to meet the sea, and a walk along the beach can reveal many fascinating facts about this unique part of the world. Aidan was loving every minute of our trip away.
There, look. See?
And my ability to spot rare native animals was just the icing on the cake. But to get a closer look, we'd have to be quick.
Yeah, there's his hole, right, just in there. I think he's probably a sand goanna. See if we can't coax him out. Got very strong legs, sharp claws. It's a matter of trying to convince him to come out.
Of course, not all animals in the rainforest are beautiful, and the introduction of feral pigs into this part of the world has had devastating consequences, as Aidan and I were soon to discover.
What we've got here are tracks of a feral pig. They're an absolute nuisance. Just move back there, thanks. They're running wild up here. They're very aggressive and territorial, which worries me because you get a lot of tourists coming through here and someone could get hurt. We're going to have to catch him once and for all.
Years of experience tracking and trapping introduced species has taught me plenty about catching these elusive creatures. And it was this special knowledge that young Aidan would hopefully take with him back to the suburbs. At the same time, we'd be helping to rid the rainforest of an animal carrying a label I detest. Imported. A few test runs told me we were nearly there. Just a question of rigging up a trigger mechanism and we'd be ready to trap this problem pest once and for all.
Okay, the trap is now in position. What we've got down here is a tripwire. Of course, we can't expect a pig to come through here without some sort of encouragement. That's where these come in. They're bush bananas, and pigs absolutely love them. So it's just a matter of putting them in position and... Oh, shit.
They work pretty good, right?
Just pull it up. Grab the rope and pull it up. Quick.
Hang on. Can I get on the trap?
No! Rock pools like this make an excellent source of bush tucker. They're often full of fish. Now, you can use a rod or a spear, but here's a little trick you may not have seen. This is a bit of polypipe, trick taught to me by some pommy friends of mine. They use it for catching trout. Watch and learn.
Tidal pools like this are natural homes to marine life. As the tide comes in, so too do the fish. As the water levels drop, those fish then seek a safe hiding place. A few hours later, and it's time for a bit of hunter-gathering. Let's see what nature has left in my larder.
Yeah, it feels nice and heavy. Yeah, we've definitely got something in there. Oh, we might have a nice dinner right here. I'll just get the bucket and...
Well, that's breakfast taken care of. A nice fresh fish. Who needs a rod?
Have a look at this. That's an echidna. And what's happened is he's gone for a bit of a walk, found the car here and thought to himself, that's some very nice shade. He probably thinks I'm a big scary animal now because he can hear me talking and he's digging himself in nice and deep. Now these quills here are very sharp, so there's no way, even if I wanted to, I could get at him. A fascinating animal, certainly beautiful as well. And you know what else I like? You don't have to buy a ticket to a zoo to see an animal in its natural habitat. And the great thing is, there's plenty more up ahead.
Time to hit the road. With 3 hungry mouths to feed, I figured we needed to bag some fish for dinner. And I knew the perfect technique.
Yeah, this is called bow fishing. Huh? The tip is very, very sharp. And you go for the surface species, you might want to get a shot of this. But you've got to aim about 6 inches above the fish because of the optic illusion of the water. As I think I've just spotted one. But you've got to be quick. Oh! Oh my God! What have you done? Is that? Yeah, just don't pull it out. Leave it there, otherwise you'll bleed. Or what? Your elbow in the face. Oh yeah, okay. No worries. Just hold your hand there. You hang on to that, and let's get back for as quick as we can because. Did you get the shot?
Twilight time is danger time for our native wildlife, who venture out for food and end up as roadkill. My motto is stay alert and they won't get hurt. Unfortunately, it's not a motto everyone goes by.
Little baby bird has been hit by some idiot in a four-wheel drive, not looking what he's doing. The amount of precious Australian wildlife that is killed on our roads, it's enough to make your blood boil. There's people from the city mainly who come out here and don't know what they're doing. And I tell you what, half of them wouldn't realise what they've done. Oh shit. As well as being a fantastic way to take in some beautiful countryside, these rubber dinghies or rafts are a terrific way of looking for bush tucker. And I don't know whether you can see them, but what we've got here is some water lilies, what the Aborigines call Woolajala plants. And you'd be surprised that these are an excellent source of bush tucker. It's not the leaf itself or the flower, it's the stem underneath. Now if I can just get you one out, they're actually fairly thick and so they're actually quite strong. So I'll just get my knife and we'll cut one off and oh, there we are, that got it. That got it. There you have it. You can see that the stem there is actually an excellent source of bush tucker, good nutrition, and you can boil that up into a stew or maybe even a tea. Let's just maybe paddle to the other side and get the fire going and get ourselves some bush tucker.
But it's not just water you need to survive out here in the bush.
Yeah.
Food is also essential.
Just as I thought, rabbit burrows everywhere. Now they're pests, but in a survival situation, they could save your life. Let's see if we can't go catch one.
Rabbits are elusive creatures who have adapted well to our native environment. But if you move slow and quiet, it is possible to get within range.
Yeah, over there, a little rabbit. Can you see him just behind the tree there? Now, I haven't got a gun, but I have got one of these. It's a sling rock, bit of leather around a rock, and I tell you what, it's one lethal weapon. You better stand back. Watch this. See if we can catch ourselves some lunch. Well, we missed this time, but we made, oh,
Aussie adventures, time to hit the road.